What goes through your mind when you see a Muslim woman in a headscarf? Have you ever wondered why she might wear one? If so, you're not alone. The hijab is an Arabic word that means veil, but you might simply know it as headscarf, or more generally, when a Muslim woman covers her hair and body, with a few exceptions like face and hands. The burqa and niqab, on the other hand, is when that covering is extended to the entire body, including the face. In any case, the act of veiling boils down to a desire to embody modest dress and character. And that, of course, goes to every Muslim. Yes, men too. While men may not have the obligation of covering their entire bodies, they too have specific requirements of dress and behavior that must be dignified and modest. So if you've ever wondered why do Muslim women cover in the first place, it's often simply that. For many Muslim women, the hijab is worn out of a desire to fulfill a commandment of God. For others, it can also be an opportunity to outwardly express their Muslim faith. And for still some more, it's a rejection of societal standards that constantly objectify and sexualize women. These reasons, of which there are many more, are some of the same reasons women from other cultural and religious backgrounds, like a number of Orthodox Jews and Christians, also choose to cover. So why is it that the hijab is made out to be some horrific symbol of oppression? Well, you don't have to look too far back into history to find out. For centuries, Muslim women have been portrayed as veiled, secluded, and oppressed. We're merely victims of a barbaric religion in need of being rescued. This portrayal of the Muslim woman is by no means coincidental. By creating the story of the poor, helpless Muslim woman locked in an oppressive culture, one is naturally inclined to feel pity, sympathy, and outrage. And it's these very emotions that have been used to justify military intervention and imperialism on a global scale for well over a century. And on top of it, that same imagery is used to deny Muslims political and human rights, justifying racial profiling, deportations, and so much more on a local and regional level. The irony of it all is that even when Muslim women speak up and voice their commitment to wearing the hijab, their voices time and again are silenced. And despite this clear act of empowerment, these same women are told, no, you say liberation, but we see the oppression in your eyes. You just don't recognize how immersed you are in your cultural backwardness and indoctrination. But the facts speak for themselves. In 2008, Gallup conducted a poll of 50,000 Muslims from 35 countries. The results? The majority of Muslim women don't see Islam as a hindrance. On the flip side, they see it as crucial to their progress. And reality testifies to this. Muslim women, both today and throughout history, have created incredibly powerful legacies. From as early as the wife of the Prophet, peace be upon him, Aisha in the 7th century, who was a critical voice of scholarship, to women like Fatima al-Fihri in the 9th century, who funded and built the world's first university, to Sutayt al-Mahamadi in the 10th century, an expert arithmetician, and the countless female scholars and reformers that followed. Muslim women have not simply contributed to society at large despite their decision to cover, but by virtue of their Islamic values that have allowed them to focus not on how the world perceives them, but on how they can alter perceptions in the world.